Click the gear icon in the information section of any contact's profile. Select Add Attribute. Choose or create your new field. Type in the value and hit Save. That's it. You've just added a custom contact attribute in Brevo. Now, if you aren't already looking at a contact details screen, let me take you through where to find all this and share a few battle-tested habits that will stop your CRM from turning into a ghost town 6 months down the road. Start by logging into your Brevo account. Once the dashboard loads, head straight to the CRM in the left sidebar. Click Contacts, and you'll see your entire list of CRM contacts. I always pause here and do a quick sanity check, because I once swapped accounts without noticing and spent 10 minutes poking around someone else's contact record. So top tip, glance at the account name in the corner, make sure it's the right workspace, then pick the contact you want to update, open it, and you'll land on the profile page with their core details. Now, look at the information section. It's usually the first block, showing standard fields like email, first name, last name, and maybe a phone number. Over on the right side of that section header, there's a tiny gear icon. It's so small that I missed it my first month with Brevo. A lot of people click the big settings gear in the main sidebar, but that takes you to account level configuration. The one you need is this little guy inside the information block. It opens the controls for just this contact's fields. Once you click it, the interface gives you the option to add a new attribute. Hit Add Attribute. A drop-down appears showing every custom attribute that already exists in your account. If you've never created one before, the list is empty and you'll see a prompt to create your first. If you need something entirely new, click Create New at the bottom. Now, before you go wild inventing fields, let me give you the naming advice that saved me probably 50 support tickets. Use lowercase letters and underscores like lead_source or last_purchase_date. Don't use spaces or camel case. When you eventually dip into the API or use automation to push data, Brevo is much happier with that format, and your exported reports will thank you. I once inherited an account where someone had named attributes with capital letters and spaces, and every single merge tag used them inconsistently. It was a nightmare to clean up. Pick the attribute type next. You'll see text, number, date, and category. That last one gives you a drop-down list. For most business data, text is the quickest and most flexible. Need to filter contacts by numeric range later? Then choose number, because text fields in Brevo don't play nicely with greater than or less than segment filters. If you're tracking something with a fixed set of options, like membership tier, category keeps values clean and typos out. Set it up, give the field a clear label that makes sense to anyone on your team, and then jump down to the value field. Type in what belongs there for this contact, a date, a short note, a tag. The new attribute lives inside the contact's information section instantly, as if it had always been there. One thing that trips people up is the save behavior. Brevo doesn't always auto-save this step, so you need to look for a small save icon or button next to the attribute row itself, not the big page level save. Click it. Then I always reopen the contact just to make sure the new attribute stuck. It's a 5-second check that has caught a few unsaved moments for me on slower connections. So why bother with all this? Custom attributes turn Brevo from a generic address book into a tool that actually knows your business. Instead of only having email and name, you can store things like preferred store location, onboarding date, or product interest. That data flows straight into your segmentation. Want to send a re-engagement campaign only to people whose account_status is trial? You can, directly, without exporting anything. The attribute becomes a merge tag you can drop into emails too, so your subject line can greet someone by the name of their account manager or reference their last service date. A few more tips from the trenches. Before you create a new attribute, scroll the existing list thoroughly. I've seen accounts with customer_type, customer type, and cust_type, all holding the same concept because nobody checked first. Duplicates turn segmentation into guesswork. Use descriptive but short names, and treat your attribute list like a garden. Prune it every so often. If nobody has used a field in 6 months, consider deleting it, but only after checking it isn't wired into any active automation or emails. And if you're building a workflow that sets attribute values automatically, test with one contact before scaling up. I once had an automation that set lead_score to a text value on a numbered field. It ran silently for a week and didn't flag a single error, but every score was null. When you're done, go ahead and close the contact. You've just personalized your CRM in a way that scales. The next natural step is to open the contacts list, hit filter, and start using that new attribute to build segments. But that's a whole other video worth its own time. For now, bookmark this page so you can revisit those naming guidelines whenever you're about to create a fresh attribute. The habit of keeping your data clean pays off every single time you send a campaign. See you in the next one.